Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video today is going to be about kind of my goals for 2025, my Beatles vinyl related goals for 2025, and I guess kind of how I organize things to kind of stay on topic to complete these goals. But before I get into that, just kind of recapping. I guess we got to recap 2024 before we get into 2025. But this year I pretty happy from what I've gotten for, I guess, previous or my current goals will also bleed into 2025. But I'm just kind of going through some of the stuff I got on Discogs that I've put in since last January, and I continued on the Japanese series from the Flag series from 1976. It looks like this year I kind of got more into some solo 12-inch singles as well. Looks like the Band on the Run 50th anniversary was released, so that was kind of a bigger release back in February. Um, I continued to pick up some solo 45s to kind of trying to complete their discography and all that kind of stuff. And I think this year also was kind of a big year for me for finding hype stickers and also upgrading some things, some albums as well, especially solo albums. When it kind of gets harder to find um, solo albums, as I'm just trying to focus on getting a vinyl release from every album from them. And then once you have it, there's not really too many variations that I like to pick up from that. So um, upgrades are pretty much the next best things to finding things out in the wild in terms of like record stores and record shows. All right, let's see what else we got. 2024 looks like the Ringo EP, the 3-inch record store day releases. Ringo's February Sky EP, and then John Lennon Mind Games EP, and the Wonderwall electronic sound, George Harrison picture discs. And looks like I picked up a good bit of Japanese series ones here, so that's good to see. The Now and Then singles, I completed all the variations of that record through that. Um, and then I picked up some Paul McCartney colored vinyl reissues from that kind of the two series there. I found more out in the wild. I think more and more people are like that kind of hopped on the vinyl record collecting and thought they were cool, and then they're kind of faded away and started to sell them. And that's where I kind of found them, at least in the antique stores and some record stores. So that was kind of mostly 2024. I finished the George Harrison vinyl discography. I picked up a couple of John Lennon records, hard to find, like the Lennon Legend compilation from 1998, and I also continued picking up some U.S. albums. I've been trying to collect all the reissues and variations, label variations of the U.S. albums, since those are a little bit easier to come by for me. Just finding out in the wild. And looks like in June the One Hand Clapping came out, so that was a pretty fun release. I did get to see the visual, the video in the movie theater, so I'm hoping they come out with a physical release of that. That would be nice. So yeah, the George Harrison live in Japan was my last George Harrison record I needed to get on vinyl. There's a couple of odds and ends I can pick up from George Harrison, but from his main catalog with the Traveling Wilburys, I have all the vinyl um, records. And let's see, the John Lennon Mind Games reissue, remastered, remix, or whatever came out. I just stuck with the vinyl version, just the 2 LP set there. And it's kind of picking up a lot of solo 45s, it looks like, this year. That was kind of my main kind of thing this year. There's a lot of solo stuff this year. So, and then I did pick up a couple of jukebox 45s kind of later on in the year, and almost done with that series. So I think that does about. Well, I can't forget about the 1964 U.S. albums in mono reissue. That was a unexpected but kind of fun release. I think that was a pretty good release at the end of the year. I know we all wanted the pretty much the Rubber Soul 50th anniversary. I think everyone is ready for that at this point in time. So hopefully they'll release either a Help and Rubber Soul or a Rubber Soul in 2025. But no use speculating until that actually comes out. So I got my notes for the goals for 2025, and of course it is trying to complete the Japanese flag series here. So I got all the numbers 1 through, let's see if I can find it real quick. 1 through 41, 40, 1 through 40, I think. And I got them all in a spreadsheet. And then once I get one, I kind of highlight it in red to make sure that I know I have it. And then I also have everything on Discogs as well. So as of right now, making of this video, I have 10 more to go. So I want to be pre-recording some of these videos because I'm about to leave to go back for my last semester of college. And so I'll be kind of pre-recording some videos here and then kind of releasing them hopefully about once a week nowadays and filling those in with some Beatles updates as I get those in. And there's a record show in March, so hopefully I'll have a big update for Japanese series of those because there's some sellers that have the Japanese series that I get from in person. So that's the main goal for this year. I think I can complete it this year. So if I pick up a few from the 2 big record shows in my area, I'll get about 3-ish per show, and then I maybe find a couple online. I think it's a real possibility there. And then next up I got is again, last year was a big year for solo 45s, but I'm going to continue to try to find a stock copy and a promo copy of the 45 releases if those had it, and any kind of special edition version. It might be like a UK, like I got this George Harrison When We Was Fab box set that had some posters and extra kind of goodies in there. But as you can see, my George Harrison box is just about full here, so I'm going to continue on the solo 45 hunt and try to get all of their discography 45s. At least that's the main idea. I know I won't finish that in a year. That's just kind of an overtime kind of goal there. And I'm trying to stick to kind of the US and UK catalog. I think once I kind of get the majority there, I might expand out to some foreign country picture sleeves, unless that foreign country has a kind of like a song-specific 45 that's not like specific to that country. So it has like a unique A and B side that's not on a US or UK 45 configuration, if that makes sense. And then speaking of 45s, I think I'm going to start this year for Paul McCartney. Here's one of my McCartney 45 boxes here. If you recall, the singles collection Paul McCartney, I guess, came out a couple years ago. Had about 80 singles in it. I think I'm going to recreate that box set with original picture sleeves. And now I know some of those are foreign 45s, but I think I'll kind of dip my toe into some solo foreign 45s. And I know some of the 45s in that box are like UK picture sleeves, but as you kind of went down towards the 80s and late 70s and early 80s, the UK and US picture sleeves were pretty much identical. And then some of the UK and like German, Australia have identical picture sleeves. Now, I have most, if not all, of the US picture sleeves that I need that are duplicated from the UK. Let me know in the comments if I should stick and try to get the UK copy, because right now, if it's the same picture sleeve, I'm kind of counting it as complete. If I find a UK version of it, like No More Lonely Nights, it's the same cover. I have a US picture sleeve. feel the need to buy a UK cover with it. But if I want to be true to the box set, um, you know, I might want to buy a UK one. But let me know in the comments if you think I need to get a UK original to stick with the recreation, or the plain US picture sleeve. If it has the same picture sleeve, it will work. But right now, if I find a UK one in the wild, I will pick it up. But I'm not going to actively search out those like some of the other ones, I think. So that's kind of my thoughts on it right now. So that'll be fun. I've been slowly putting that in a spreadsheet and seeing how many I currently need. And I know there's some 45 specific to that box set. I might have to make some exceptions on 45s because it might be CD singles, it could be 12-inch singles. Like Temporary Secretary is 7 inches unique to that box, but the 12-inch single did come out on vinyl, so like I'll pick that one up. So, even though there is a promo Temporary Secretary 7-inch, that's way more expensive, but it did come out on the 7-inch. But anyway, and then I mentioned it earlier, but I have the US LP list. This is going to be an ongoing collection, probably for a very long time. I got all the U.S. Capitol albums and a couple other ones. I have like an original from when they came out for the first release, and then I have all the reissues on the different labels. That's what I'm trying to collect. Again, I got that all in a spreadsheet. I'll highlight them when I check it out. I think right now, Meet the Beatles is the closest from being done. So if I can get, I guess a goal would be trying to get one U.S. album completely like knocked out, all the variations of the U.S. album knocked out. So that'd be like original Capitol, '68 subsidiary, and then 1969 like Green Capitol, Apple label, Orange Capitol, Purple Capitol, Throwback Rainbow, all that kind of stuff. If I can get one section, I think I'll count that as a win for the year. And then going back to 45s here, um, I've my favorite thing to collect is foreign picture sleeves for Beatles 45s, I would say, and I had kind of stopped doing that. Kind of took a break from it, started focus on the Japanese series. After I recreated the Beatles one poster with all those foreign picture sleeves, um, I was like, okay, let me just kind of relax on that and focus on this other series. But I think I want to continue buying some foreign picture sleeves. So what I'm going to try to do is to get one Beatles 45 from every country that's produced a Beatles 45 record. So it's going to be pretty tough when I have to go try to find one that came out in Egypt. I think there was only one that came out. I think it's like Let It Be on like the Parlophone label. But it'll be fun to see if I can find anything cool. But like right now, from the Beatles one poster, I got ones from this one's from Turkey, Japan, U.S. of course, um, France, and then Greece as well. So if I already have them, if I already have one from that country, I won't really worry about it too much. But I'll have a list of all the um, the countries that released a Beatles 45. And if I want to go back through the list and start at the top, like I think I would want a cool version from that country of something. So like if I have a couple UK Beatles 45s, but something special from there, I don't have an original Love Me Do on the red label from 1962. So that would be one that I would save up for that. And then for the US, I don't have an original Please Please Me picture sleeve on from VJ. So things like that, I might kind of throw in as part of that series as well. And then last but not least, this series I know is going to get completed this year because I only need one more, and that is the Jukebox series here. So this is my most recent pickup of Wonderful Christmas Time on red vinyl, and I need one more. It's John Lennon's Imagine with It's So Hard on black vinyl, and that one was a little bit of a trickier one to find. I don't think many of those were made. Um, So once I pick that up, I have a little jukebox box set that I made. I'll stick those all in there and have the series completed. That was kind of a long-term goal I started. I think the first one I bought was a Magical Mystery Tour on yellow vinyl, like when I first started collecting in like 2014 or so. So that would be a little over 10, 11 years of me collecting all the Beatles and solo Beatles 45s from the jukebox series. So that's kind of the stuff I got going on in my collecting world. Let me know what you're looking for 2025. You got anything cool you're looking out for? Um, well, one thing I just remembered about finding for 2024 is that I found a Second State Butcher album as well. So that was really cool. But let me know what some of your goals are for 2025. If you have any goals, kind of what's your organizational, I guess, skills or ideas for collecting the Beatles? Is it all over the place, which is completely fine, or is it pretty organized and like you want to stick with one series? Let me know because I try to stay organized so I don't kind of just I don't know, collecting random things from random series or whatever doesn't really kind of work well with me. I don't know. I like to focus on one thing. There are some exceptions that I think like, okay, that's a really cool item. Like, yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. But other than that, I like to try to stick to my series and sets and try to complete them because I think that's a pretty cool thing to have is complete sets of series. So anyway, I hope you thought that was interesting. Hopefully, I'll put up some pictures on some of the spreadsheets I have. I'll just take some screenshots and show you what I'm kind of working with there. And yeah, I think that's about it. Again, I'm going to have some pre-recorded videos, and I think I'll be starting doing about once a week, just kind of putting some of those out. And once I do get some Beatles updates, I'll post those in between what I got coming up here. And yeah, so stay tuned for those videos and um, be ready for the record show in early March. So I got a couple months so I can save up so I can get some of those Japanese series. So thanks for watching.